Agent Cross.
Welcome to the All Things Fun Vidcast, where another show is clearly already started in progress.
We started 2 minutes ago.
That's right.
Yeah, I've been talking.
Just going at it. I'm your host, Ed Evans. I'm here with my co-host, Allison Eckel. And Glenn, I know what you did last Silver Age Walker. We're all here talking about...
You played that all week.
I did not. I did not. Just like that.
Whoa.
Madness. Oh, look at that. We're here to talk about new comics that released today, Wednesday, 10/17/2012. It's very exciting stuff.
First.
This week, I decided to change things up a bit. And I actually went and picked out a couple comics I want to talk about and left the rest for them.
No idea what he has. And we have tons of stuff that we don't
You
usually
have
review.
no idea the crap pile he left us.
Oh, no.
Oh, I don't know what you got.
Somebody reads those books. Let's be
Ed
nice.
usually reads those books. So,
I
this
meant
week...
somebody out there reads
That's
those
right.
books.
I
So,
have that
this
and
week,
that.
we're going to get started with Marvel this
Oh,
week.
I see Agent Cross.
And I'm even going to open up the show, which is madness. All right, so we've all heard about Marvel Now.
Marvel Now.
Now.
Marvel this instant. Marvel
Exclamation point now.
impatient. So if you come to the store, All Things Fun, come on in. We've got a new flyer we developed last week with the first wave of Marvel Now titles. You can check off which ones you want us to pull for you. That's cool.
Is it a flyer like Trader Joe's has with the check marks on the list?
It actually is, except there's really cool bubbles, and you can check off which ones you want. And it's even better than a Trader Joe flyer because there's little pictures of it, and it's nice.
See?
So come check it out here at All Things Fun. Now that said, Marvel Now started, Marvel Impatient, Marvel Now started this week, last week with Uncanny Avengers. And now this week you can pick up the Marvel Now .1. Now this is a big old fat $5.99 mega comic with a bunch of stuff in there talking about all these new books. So it's not really a sampler per se, although it does cover a lot of territory. But there's a lot of neat little story taps and little footholds and all kinds of neat stuff going on. You've got, the new Nova, Captain America, Thor, Ant-Man, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. You've got Cable. It lays the ground for all the cool books that are coming out in the next 3 or 4 months.
And I see front and center on the cover, you've got the son of Nick Fury in the Super Patriot costume.
Could be Rabbit. You'll have to read the book to find out.
We know that. Come on.
Check it out. So that's very cool. So Marvel Now .1 comes out this week. Definitely worth checking out. Much better than the last .1 offering. There's a lot more going on in this one.
This is a real .1.
This is a real .1. It's a real .1. So that's cool. All right. So down to other more traditional Marvel titles.
You got a whole lot of Marvel.
I got a little bit. If you're a fan of Daredevil, what a lot of us are now that Wade's on it, head comes off of Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. So Daredevil number 19.
New villain.
New villain.
Coyote.
Check it out. Looks really cool. And then we've got, for your Halloween scariness, Marvel Zombies Halloween. It's a one-shot. All these undead brains. They're trick-or-treating, and they got pumpkins full of brains. That's nice. And now you should, that's right, if you're in the area, you should mark your calendar. Wednesday, October 31st, Halloween, here at All Things Fun, we're going to be celebrating Halloween Comic Fest.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. You're going to have kind of like a mini free comic day. There's going to be all kinds of cool comics that the publishers have put out. A handful, some are mini comics, some are full-size comics. We're going to have take part in a large national costume contest.
Awesome.
Yep, with like
I always
500
say dress
prizes.
up, but for real, dress up this time.
You always say wear pants, but this is even more.
Like today.
Darn it. So yeah, you'll hear more about it in the coming weeks. It's up on our website right now. Halloween Comic Fest being celebrated here at All Things Fun, October 31st, so don't miss that.
Awesome.
All right. Who else has some Marvel?
I do.
Allison has Marvel.
I have Marvel.
Wow, all right, go for
I
it.
do. We have Captain Marvel number 5. Woo! She's gone back in time to recover an artifact, and she's with her pilot hero. So it's 2 ladies in 1961 who are fighter jocks themselves, beating up guys and taking names. It's really kind of cool.
I've been enjoying that book.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying
like-
that storyline
Kind
a
of
lot.
like Lady Blackhawk from DC. It's like a whole book of that. It's really cool. I really enjoyed it.
Wow,
Captain Marvel number 5.
1961. Were women allowed to wear pants in 1961?
They were if they were flying planes.
Nice.
Well, since you started off with Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to New Avengers, which
I
is
almost
the End Times. Captain Marvel in
The
here.
End Times.
The
huh?
End Times. The New Avengers are recovering from AVX. An old foe has resurfaced. I think I know who it is, and if it is, I'm really, really happy about it.
Does look pretty cool.
Yeah. Body jumping galore. Speaking of Avengers, I got Avengers Assemble number
Assemble.
8. You got Thanos. You got the
Assemble.
Cosmic Cube. You
No, not like this.
That's a great shirt. Yeah. You have got the Elders of the Universe. You got the Guardians of the Galaxy. You've got the Avengers. What more could you possibly want in a comic book?
I won't answer that.
And you have Dark Avengers 182. Finally.
You'd want to recognize some of those character names.
Finally, Dark Avengers versus Thunderbolts. This is what we've been waiting for months. And Juggernaut is back. Whose side is he on?
Nice. Juggernaut.
What else you got? You just had one Marvel?
I had one Marvel.
Well, over here,
I'm taking Marvels from you because I'm feeling bad for you and you only have
the
one?
one Marvel. That's it. She's out. Marvel, out.
Wow.
I'm going to go back to reading my G.I. Joe.
Nice. So AVX Consequences issue 2. Turns out if you take over the world and start killing heroes, people get upset. So Cyclops is kind of dealing with that. This is a cool prison issue. So check that out.
Prison issue.
Yep.
You doing X books?
Okay.
Sure.
I have the Uncanny X-Men Fallout from AVX here in issue number 20.
Yep.
And then I have X Factor Breaking
Allison
Points
had till
Day
moments ago.
5.
Yeah, well, he had all
This
the other
is
X-Books,
issue
right?
245 of
Or
X
not.
Factor.
All of them?
Going back to traditional Avengers, I've got Mighty Thor number 21. The finale of Everything Burns, Thor versus Surtur.
Everything burns.
This is the final issue before Marvel now takes over Thor. One of my absolute favorite books, Hawkeye number 3, Matt Fraction and David Aja.
Great read.
This is a terrific book. Everything about it is phenomenal. The writing is great. The art is fantastic. I think between this and Flash, visually, it's one of the most astounding books out right now.
High praise.
Yeah. What else you got, Ed? Catch you
I
while you're reading.
have
Marvel.
nice. I do have some Marvel.
Okay.
I got some Ultimates, which is fun. I've got Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man issue 16. Again, we're kind of filtering through United We Stand in a world, the ultimate world, where Captain America becomes the president of the United States. It's very cool. So we've got Miles Morales dealing with repercussions of that world. And then a new book, which I'm looking forward to checking out, issue 1, Ultimate Comics Iron Man. It's a limited series. So we get to spend a little more time with Tony Stark in the Ultimate Universe. And that's it for my Marvels.
I have Minimum.
Minimum Carnage.
Minimum Carnage. I'm gonna keep it
Minimum
on your
Carnage number 3 in Venom number 26. And I have Punisher, Untold Tales of Punisher Max. This is actually a cool book. I read the one last month. Great little story. This one is also a great little story. Excellent, excellent stuff here. And I do not like Punisher. Speaking of Punisher, is there a secret word this week?
You know what? Good
Are
timing.
you ready
That's
for
exactly
that?
what I was going for, yeah. So we're going to do a little contest housekeeping for folks out there. Yep, so let's see here. So, actually, 2 weeks ago, we didn't announce our winner. So the winner of the No Sleep Challenge, who got the Batman Detective Comics 13 variant, was Ian Dodds. Congratulations, Ian.
Ian
Congratulations,
Dodds.
Will.
Related to the Sandman?
Yes, absolutely is. No, not at all. Then we've got, last week, our winner of the Uncanny Arrow Challenge, dun dun, who got the really cool Deadpool Call Me Maybe variant for Uncanny Avengers.
And Arrow was uncanny. It was awesome.
That was awesome, you liked it?
Yes.
And our winner of the Call Me Maybe variant was Noah Ritz. Congratulations, Noah.
That's a great cover.
You're a winner, yep, that's fantastic. This week we're going back in the archive a little bit because there wasn't too many variants out there, so we're going to be giving away a cool Flash 12 sketch variant.
Ooh.
Nice, right? And chance to win that, they're on cue. This week's phrase is Chew Fest.
Chew Fest.
Chew
I'm
Fest.
just going to go out on a limb here and say that you've got Chew over there.
Is there a new issue of Chew?
There is a
out
new
this
issue
week?
of Chew. Chew Fest.
Chew
Get into his
Fest.
feedback at allthingsfun.net by next Monday. All right, for your chance to win. I do have a new Chew over here.
So what's going on in that non-chicken eating universe over there?
Wouldn't you like to know? This is Space Cakes Part 4 of 5.
Space Cakes.
So we're wrapping up. Yeah, it's a big story involving Tony Chew's sister. So this has been a lot of fun. Check this out. There's not much more I can say without being like Glenn and giving it all away. So check
I
that
didn't
out.
give anything away.
Nice. So look at that. Looks like we're doing some indies then, huh?
Doing
Mac.
Are we leaving DC to the end?
Yeah, I guess so. All right, that's fine. So we did Chew. Another big indie book this week. Holy mackerel! Coming off the
Walking
heels. Yep, coming off the heels of. He's always just like stealing that thunder. He just jumps right over you like that, stealing my thunder. All right.
My thunder.
See that. So did you hear Walking Dead, the TV show? Largest rating
Awesome opening,
ever
yes.
in broadcast cable.
Yep.
Yeah, 10.9 in the first one, and another
Wow.
another 5 million in the second showing. The amazing thing about that was that they're still fighting with the Dish Network. There were 14 million Dish subscribers who couldn't get AMC that night,
Wow.
and it still beat all the records.
And I bet you
Wow.
they're even angrier now.
I'll bet they are.
It's too bad it's too gross for me to watch.
Yes, and this book is too rough for you as well. This is Walking Dead 103.
Yeah, if you can't watch the show,
No.
you definitely can't.
Definitely
read
can't handle the
comic.
book. Fantastic. Rick starts to lay out some of his plans, what he's actually up to, and the new villain comes by our little community. It's pretty amazing. A great read. So check it out, 103. Yeah, really good.
I actually caught up.
Okay. Well, yeah.
There's a Masters of the
Yes.
Universe?
I did.
There's a Masters. And I was surprised.
Oh,
It's
wait,
Robinson.
it's DC.
Yes.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
It's
I have Godzilla: The Half-Century War number 3. We're in
IDW? IDW?
IDW. We're in Ghana
W.
in 1975, and the criminal
W's?
underground has
Did I say
developed
that?
a weapon that summons monsters.
Ah.
So you've got like
I've heard of those.
9 of them
Was it
at
Demon
war in the
Thumpers?
middle of Africa.
Yes, the thumpers. That's right.
Yes.
Or the little chicks in the box that sing.
I have an IDW.
You have an IDW?
I do. I have G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero.
Now,
But-
you had the chance to read this.
I did just a few
Yes.
minutes ago. You all saw it.
So we're expecting a full verbal book report in front of the class.
We have Flint and Lady J on the cover, but I didn't see them in the book. So this is not really a spotlight on these characters. I'm a fan of the 80s cartoon. I grew up with it. I really enjoyed it, and there's a lot of the characters I knew from that. And I haven't read this before, so I would just flip through it now. It looks pretty good. It's a world-spanning story. We've got all the major characters except these at play. It's something going on. It's a pretty funny intro.
And it's Larry
I enjoyed
Hama,
it.
who's
And it's
one of
Larry
the
Hama.
original guys. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we've got an original creator coming back on a comic, and it looks pretty good.
He's been back for a little while, but yes. It's
I
Larry
know,
Hama.
it's like number
Well,
183.
he picked up
right off
from
this
it,
Marvel
yeah.
numbering. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Excellent.
G.I. Joe. Who knew?
I have
That's
Valiant.
why we did this.
Valiant Comics, Harbinger number 5. We've got Harada versus Peter.
Yeah.
The battle we've been waiting for. Speaking of Valiant, the big news from New York Comic Con this weekend was about Exo Man of War. They're coming up with Planet Death in a couple months, I believe January, which has got Eric in the Exo armor behaving like a Visigoth. Visigoths don't defend, they attack. So when the aliens come to Earth, invade the Earth, he says, screw this noise, and he goes after their planet. So he leaves the Earth defenseless and goes
Okay.
after them. In this issue, however, we have Ninjak versus Exo, because the Vine has infiltrated everything on Earth and they're sending people against him.
Okay.
Screw that noise.
Screw that noise.
You guys can all hang. I'm gonna go invade their world.
Screw
Yeah.
that
Plus,
noise.
I'm out. You have another IDW.
Yeah,
I
you know
do,
more
I
than
do.
Eddie.
I have
Knock
an
yourself
IDW.
out, brother.
I have Dungeons & Dragons Forgotten Realms number 4.
Wait, I had that one.
Oh!
Yes. And
Zoink!
I saved you by taking it from you.
I
And
usually do Dungeons and Dragons. That's
I know
okay.
almost as much about this book as, let's say, Ed knows about Popeye this week. Dungeons and Dragons Forgotten Realms. It's even got a drow. Hey, I did look at
Nice. Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons and table games, you also have
it.
a
And a
new
dwarf.
issue of Knights of the Dinner Table magazine.
That's
number
always
191.
terrific.
That's excellent.
Yeah, lots of strips
I
and
see how she did that. That
info.
was called a transition.
Yes,
Transition.
because
I
yeah,
can never
I
get
have
that.
yeah training as magazine editors, and yeah, so fans of table games and Dungeons and Dragons, check that out. That's always fun.
I was asked by a relative what your deal was.
What my deal was?
Yeah. I'm just saying that they want to know what your deal was.
What is it? I don't even know where to start.
Just,
I don't know
the
either.
show comes to a grinding halt.
Yeah. What's your deal? What's your problem? What's your
It's
major
like,
malfunction?
Well, no, I think it was more about who are you?
Who are,
What
who
are
are
you about?
you?
Yeah.
I think we might have an about page on our blog site.
What's your
Okay.
problem?
So, okay, so I have Dark Horse Comics Star Wars. I
found Allison week.
Yeah, there's all kinds of great characters in this one.
Why's your hair like that?
And now I forget all their names.
I think it was a
Bail
positive
Organa.
one about
I'm going to keep talking. Boba Fett, Count Dooku. I have no idea what's going on, but they're all characters I recognize.
Nice.
So these are actually, plus this guy from...
Ray Spannon
from Johnny Quest.
But it's really Agent Frost from Star Wars. I've got the victories number 3 of 5, Michael Avon Omi.
Still not Batman.
Still not Batman. I've got a first issue from Zenoscope, Grimm's Fairy Tales, Sleepy Hollow.
Speaking of Zenoscope, I have Godstorm number 1.
Does that
These
scene
ladies are
appear?
not actually in the book.
Yes, but the cover will make you buy it.
Right. But I'm sorry to disappoint you. There is a scene in a nightclub where you kind of see some ladies, but it's really much more about guys with guns. Sorry, but cover. So go ahead.
Speaking of guys with guns, I've got Overlord versus Savage Dragon, Eric Larson. Goodness. I don't know if there's guns in it, but usually there is.
Speaking of
guns. Speaking of large guns.
You got another Zenoscope?
I don't actually. This is
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Deja Thoris,
Deja
Warlord
Thoris.
of Mars, number 17.
Is this your Halloween costume?
She's actually the Princess of Mars.
I don't know.
You think she could afford
Okay.
more clothing?
Speaking of guns, there you go.
Hey, in the
That's all I
book she
remember.
wears nothing.
At least it's not
so-
a butt shot. I don't know. Last week was too many butt shots. This one is, I don't know.
Clearly not a butt
somehow
shot.
better.
Well, you've got Amethyst there. Is there a butt shot in there?
She's fully clothed. But that's DC. Are we ready for DC?
Yes.
We're ready?
Well, do you have any
Okay.
more indies that you're going to hit? Those are kids, right?
No, they're kids.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it, DC.
So we're doing DC.
Doing DC.
Okay, Amethyst Girl, go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah,
What do
you
you
Okay.
got?
with your big book.
Last month we had Sword of Sorcery 0, because it was 0 month in October, and in last month, September, or whatever. So now we've got Sword of Sorcery number 1, featuring
No.
Amethyst. Backup story of Beowulf continuing, and I enjoyed this. I did. It's, again, this Amethyst world is a little different than what we're used to. We actually get a little more detail about Citrine. In the old one, she was just one character from Citrine. We never saw her kingdom. We get a little more about that. Diamond Kingdom, they're not priests anymore. They're actually one of the kingdoms with people in them. So that's all new fodder for us to get. So a little bit more. They've arrived in the Amethyst in the gem world, and yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it.
Siobhan was a good read. I look forward to checking it out.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of changing things in the New 52 and big guns, we have the first appearance of Cheetah. First she fights Wonder Woman, then she fights the Justice League. They're still reeling from what happened with Graves in the last issue. Solid issue of Justice League number
good read.
13.
It's another good one.
Good.
Speaking of Wonder
Speaking of
Woman, Wonder Woman in the desert, being stalked by Ares in the shadows from
Speaking of
Wonder Woman
women.
0. Wonder Woman and Batwoman versus
Wonder
Medusa.
Woman this week.
You got DEO in here and Mr. Bones. Some great stuff. It's a
Mr.
very creepy issue, actually.
Ah. Okay.
You got more?
Awesome. Yeah, I do. I have, from the Batcave, we have Catwoman continuing the creepy faceless crossover.
Another half Halloween mask.
Half Halloween mask here. This is being billed as a prologue tie-in to Death of the Family. I couldn't quite, unless there's just some creepy stalker in this one, unless that somehow turns out to be the Joker.
Well,
I couldn't quite figure out the tie-in in this
the
story.
hype I'm hearing is the Joker is not just going after the heroes
Right.
in Gotham. He's going after the villains as well.
Okay. So it's
So-
possible that there's a
Yeah.
tie-in, really.
It's got the cover.
That will be revealed. Other than that, I found this mirror in one. There's a mirror that has kind of a Joker face on it, so that could be your tie-in.
That could be your Red Skies.
Now, in the
Skies, right.
past, I've really come down hard against writer Ann Nocenti when she was writing Green Arrow, because I did not like her work on Green Arrow. But I enjoyed this one. She wrote this Catwoman. She's new in Catwoman. I didn't have any... Now, I'm not a huge Catwoman fan, so those of you who are looking out for Selena, I don't know what your opinion of Ann Nocenti's work is, but I don't have any complaints with this one. So,
You know, I gotta say, even though she seemed a little out of touch with Green Arrow, she has always written very good women.
I was going to say, that could have been the
Yeah.
issue. Maybe she couldn't figure out how to write this man, but she's writing this woman, I think, okay. I think pretty well.
We have been, I don't think we've been unfair to her, but we've been hard
'Cause it
on
was
her.
pretty bad.
But she was, for a time in the 80s, a very good writer.
Well, this Catwoman I found was okay. It was a good read. I enjoyed that. So there's a big mystery in that story. What else we have? We have more women. We have Red Hood and the Outlaws, continuing the big battle in space with Coriander and Commander and all that sort of thing. Starfire and her sister Blackfire and all kinds of aliens.
Well, speaking of
Go ahead.
black and blue, I have Black Lightning and Blue Devil in DC Universe Presents number 13.
Cool.
Continuing the DC tradition of oddly teamed heroes like Blue Beetle and Booster Gold,
Yeah.
Green Arrow and Green Lantern. We have Black Lightning and Blue Devil. New versions of them, a little younger, interesting teaming. They're up against Tobias Whale, a Black Lightning foe. This was surprisingly good.
Excellent.
Awesome. Speaking of Blue Beetle, we have Blue Beetle 13. He's still out in space. It looks like someone's coming after his armor.
And the big news from New York, Blue Beetle is, I believe we had the first appearance of Threshold, the new space-based team comic by Keith Giffen and Blue Beetle 13. And Blue Beetle will be joining.
Yes,
that
I think
book.
his own title might be wrapping up,
Yep.
and he'll transition into a team.
Speaking of space, I've got Legion of Superheroes number 13 going up against Braillian Pirates.
Braillian
Yes,
Pirates?
Braille, the planet the Cosmic Boy comes from.
Yeah, the blind place.
Oh,
Magnetic.
right. I always thought
Yes.
that was Brawl.
Brawl. Okay, Brawl sounds like, Brawl.
Brawl.
That's Brazier.
Yes.
But then again, we've never heard it spoken.
But Scott Collins on art. This is awesome.
Cool. Awesome. Speaking of, I don't know, team-ups, women, we have lots more women. We have Birds of Prey 13. Someone takes Katana's Soul Eater sword, and that's a bad, bad choice.
I wouldn't want her mad at me.
Yes. We have Supergirl 13. She's stuck with this alien in this crazy jelly getup.
Tycho.
Tycho.
From before the New 52?
I think so. They say
Yes.
this is a whole new Tycho, and they're stuck together in space, and we get some more of her backstory that way. And we have Nightwing, Lady Shiva. So you know that's going to go badly for one of them.
I smell Green Lantern.
Yeah, we do have some Green Lantern. Green Lantern, The New Guardians, issue 13. This title jumps into Rise of the Third Army. So you've got Kyle dealing with some of the other Lanterns as they prepare to figure out what's going on with the Third Army. And then we have He-Man, Master of the Universe, issue 3. So good. We find out what happened to the Sorceress. So check it out. This
And
is
it's
very
still it's
cool.
still James Robinson. I think we have
no.
Keith Giffen.
Keith Giffen.
no, it's all Keith Giffen. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot
I
of
think we
names
have
on
a
there.
Lot of
appearance by
names.
Stratos in there, don't we?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Look at you just
so-
trying to steal thunder. Go ahead.
Since we're out of the DCU, I have John Constantine Hellblazer. This is part 4, I believe, of Curse of the Constantines. Got American Vampire, Lord of Nightmares, Scott Snyder goodness. Big news from New York.
Nice.
Scott Snyder is going to be doing Man of Steel with Jim Lee. And I have Before Watchmen, Minutemen, number 4, the Minutemen at War.
Nice. Before we jump over to kids, check it out. Come on down to All Things Fun. You can get your very cool New York Comic Con exclusive black and white Walking Dead Zombie Bank. Very
Make
cool.
you think twice before taking your money out.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's armless.
He is, and this is not. It's not something that's available everywhere. This is a special New York Comic Con exclusive.
Awesome.
We managed to get our handful of these. That's very cool. All right, let's do kids real quick.
All right,
Try to keep the show
really
under a week.
fast. We've got Simpsons comics from Bongo. We have Sonic Universe and Sonic the Hedgehog, too, for Sonic. And my pick for kids this week is Finding Gossamer, Volume 2. This is totally cool.
I've got Young Justice, Justice League Trapped on the Moon, Brainiac shows up. I've got classic Tales of Popeye.
Just light a fire.
Hey,
man.
we're running out of time. man.
Yeah.
Peanuts, Frida versus Charlie Brown in the election.
Cool.
All right, so
Wonder how
trades
their
this
debate
week.
goes.
Journey into Mystery, The Terrorism Myth.
That
We've
is a
got
great
Avenging Spider-Man. My friends can beat up your friends in trade. It's excellent. Fear Itself, Spider-Man. The complete trade for that. Transformers, More Than Meets the Eye. This is Volume 2, that ongoing series. Bloodstrike.
It's hard
This
to
is
read.
Seeley. Yeah, it's a little hard to read. This is Seeley. Reborn Under a Bad Sign. I like to trade paper. That's cool. We've got Brightest Day, Green Lantern Corps, The Weaponeer. That's a great story. Venom, The Savage 6. Venom Not Having a Great Day. Supergirl, New 52, Volume 1, Last Daughter of Krypton, collected in
More
trade paper.
Supergirl.
More Supergirl. Punisher Max, more Punisher Max as well. Homeless, Jason Aaron's run. That's always fun. The Infernal Man Thing.
Infernal Man Thing.
Yeah, they've been talking about that a lot. You got Lady Death Boundless Volume 2 in trade. Alice in Wonderland hardcover collection.
Speaking of guns.
Very nice. Speaking of guns, great guns. And from some of our merch section, you got this really cool Death Star magnetic bottle opener. Can't get enough of that.
Whoa.
How crazy is that? All
They
right.
use that on the Death Star all
Cool.
the time.
They
don't
do, they do. And holy mackerel, we are crazy out of time.
Yeah, I'll write about those instead.
You got
Put
it.
them up
All
on the
right.
blogs.
So check out the blogs. So that's it. Hit our website, allthingsfun.net, for a complete list of all the cool stuff they ship. We will see you next week here on the All Things Fun Vidcast.
So, like, what's your deal?